Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson,
I'm Tom Hoblin.
and we got our good buddy Patrick Cotto still on the show. How you doing, buddy?
So much for having me. It's been a long time again since I've been on the spectacle.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know Patrick, make sure you check out the Cotto's Mojo. Great sports podcast. You can find it on YouTube.
If you need some sports lessons, I'm your guy.
Yep, that's why they call it the Cotto's Mojo. But guys, we got racing at the Glen this weekend. We got Xfinity and Cup. The Watkins Glen is my favorite road course of all time.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's
so many fast parts of the track. The bus stop is my favorite turn. Just such a cool track and great racing.
Just the way it flows. The cars look like they're skating. They're great. It's just like they're just soaring through the hills of New York. It's fantastic. I love the Glen.
Gotta love it. Well, we start off with the Xfinity Series. We got the Shriners Children's 201-mile race, 82 laps. Stages 1 and 2 are 20 laps each, and the final will be 42. Last year's winner was Kyle Larson. He swept the weekend with Xfinity and Cup. Most manufacturer wins here is Chevrolet with 10 wins. Some notables that we got in this one: Kyle Busch will be back in that 10 car for Kaulig Racing. Ross Chastain, 91 for DGM, and Alex Bowman will be in that 17 for Hendrick Motorsports. I know exactly why they put him in there, because he is desperate for a playoff point, and he needs to run really good for his Cup Series race.
All the laps he can get. All the laps he can get.
Yep, and then we know that 17 is fast whenever they come down here into the Xfinity Series.
But Bowman doesn't come across to me as much of a road racer. I know he's always lurking in the top 10 with these things, but he's still,
That's why he's getting his practice.
I don't think road race when I think Alex Bowman. So, yeah, but he's got his work cut out for him.
Yep, that's why they picked him for this one. But Patrick, who do you got for Saturday for Xfinity?
Well, I'm actually going to change up my pick for Saturday and go with, I'm going to hate myself for this because I really couldn't stand the guy, but damn, he's been really good since he got that big win. But I'm going to go with Mr. Sam Mayer, getting his second ever win, and it's going to come on a road course. That guy's been hot ever since he got his first ever win in Xfinity. He'll keep it up on Saturday.
All right.
Hey, I thought the same thing coming to Indy, and he got damn close. So finished second.
Showed a lot of speed, and he's really showing that he's a good road course racer. So great pick there, Patrick.
Good momentum for the playoffs as well.
All right, Tom, who you got for Saturday at the Glen?
I gotta go with Rowdy. I gotta see him get. I know he retired from Xfinity racing, but I always love seeing Rowdy win. I don't care what it's in. You see him like pedaling bikes down the street, and I probably try to wheel that thing for the win. Like I want to see him win. As long as the 10 car can keep those mechanical demons away, I think he's got a good chance. He loves the Watkins Glen. He's won there plenty of times before.
Yeah, man, I really thought that I witnessed his final Xfinity Series race. I was at Atlanta. I was at Atlanta in 2021. I was like, all right, he won. This is it. I don't have to see this guy run any more Xfinity Series races. But nope, comes back when he gets that driver Chevy
in NASCAR history. I don't need all you petty purists coming after me. Petty didn't have the Busch Series or the Truck Series, but he was winning those races anyway. They just changed names years and years later. Kyle Busch got more wins than Kyle Petty, or Kyle. Well, obviously Kyle Petty.
Well,
Richard Petty, and nobody's going to convince me otherwise.
No,
nobody's going to convince me.
I agree with you right there, buddy. I mean, first off, NASCAR back then, you only really had two guys that would finish on the lead lap, and you would have one guy that would just dominate. It's how ARCA is nowadays.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You may have the king. You may have the king, but we got the GOAT. We got the GOAT.
Yep. Wasn't as competitive. It's I don't know. And they raced weekdays too. They raced they had like 70 races in one season.
I'll posit that nobody's going to be able to even get close to what Kyle's done because of the Kyle Busch rule.
No.
They now limit how much bushwhacking you can do. So the GOAT, easy. He's going to pull it off at Watkins Glen. it's got to happen, right?
Yeah,
Unless
definitely.
I guess Ty Gibbs is racing this race, but
I don't think
eh.
Ty is running
Is
this
he?
one. I
Hmm.
actually
Yeah,
did not.
yeah.
Is he?
Toyota, he gets us.
Oh man. Hopefully he
Hmm.
doesn't get us this weekend.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
All right, guys. So for my pick for Saturday, I got to go with that 7 car Justin Allgaier. He's always pretty sneakily good here at the road courses. He's due for a win. Hasn't won
Mm-hmm.
since Charlotte. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's gonna be his time to shine here. He's
He's sitting third in the points right now, too. He's just been silently lurking this whole time.
Yeah, so he's been pretty good all year. I think it's gonna be his time to shine here on Saturday.
Also, that Xfinity points battle is close.
Oh yes, it is.
11 Nemechek's 11 points behind Austin Hill, and Justin Allgaier's 34 points behind that. Like that's tight.
Yeah,
That's tight.
it's gonna get real dicey here in the next couple
Mm-hmm.
weeks because what their playoffs start Bristol, I believe.
Sure.
Because I know Xfinity, it's all different with
Yeah.
how when they start their
God, talk
playoffs.
about another travesty of the NASCAR playoff system. It's like
Yeah,
the trucks start their playoffs and then take 3 weeks off.
yeah,
Also, the next truck playoff race is the Milwaukee Mile, and they're doing it after the other 2 races. I
yeah.
think
It's
it's Daytona weekend.
Sunday. Yeah, it's
It's
Sunday
Daytona
afternoon.
weekend, but then Xfinity's on like Friday night, and NASCAR and the Cup Series on Saturday night, and then the trucks are on Sunday afternoon.
That's
That's
really
stupid, in my opinion.
that's
Okay,
really a weird schedule in there.
it's like I want to race on Sundays and not like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sunday money. But let's
So
talk the Cup Series
yeah,
race. We got the Go Bowling at the Glen, 220-mile race, 90 laps. Stages 1 and 2 are 20 laps each, and the final will be 50. Last year's winner, like I said, Kyle Larson swept the weekend. Most
moves
team,
Chase out of the way.
Yep, moved his teammate out of the way. Most team wins here is Hendrick Motorsports with 10 wins, and most manufacturer wins is Chevrolet with 21 wins. So, boys, a bow tie would do pretty well here this weekend. But, Tom, we'll talk to you first. Who you got winning and going bowling at the Glen?
You say a bow tie is going to do great. So I'm going to go with a blue oval.
Oh, all right.
And one that I hate is going to fall out of my mouth.
Oh,
But
my
the number
goodness.
6 of Brad the number 6 of Brad Keselowski wins the race. Oh my God, I couldn't get through that. Sorry, Dalton, that I said that. But Ford's on a roll. And yeah, Brad did not do well at Indy, but he could be right there. Who knows? He's won at the Glen before. He does well. Why not? Why can't Brad K get his first owner win?
Man, with the disgust on that face, I could have sworn it was going to be Joey Logano.
No, never. I never want to see him win. I went to the first clash. I flew all the way to LA just to watch Joey
Oh,
Logano win a race, and Kyle finished second, and I was just sad. Never even put that out in the atmosphere. But Brad K is not a biggest threat to Kyle anymore, so
yeah, their
I'm okay
rivalry
with it.
is it's died. They're
Yeah,
good now.
they've both grown older and wiser.
Yeah, exactly. They both had kids, and it kind of
I
calmed them
still don't
down.
like him. I still don't like him,
That's
but
fair.
eh, he
All
can do it.
right, Patrick, who you got winning, and why is it Chase Elliott?
Desperate times called for desperate measures, boys. And yes, this is a good track for Chase Elliott. Obviously, the guy needs a win to get into the playoffs. He's won 2 races here, finished runner-up in 2021, got into some beef with Larson last season. If there's any track to get Chase Elliott locked up into the playoffs, it's this one. Because I'll be honest, if he doesn't win Watkins Glen, it is over because God knows about Daytona.
Yeah,
This is
it really
area
is.
for Chase Elliott.
Yeah, it really is do or die for Chase this
Mm-hmm.
weekend. I mean, we
You got to
saw
get it
the
done. You got to get it done at a place where you can control your own destiny, because Daytona,
Right.
yeah, we
you
saw the
can't
urgency.
control it.
We saw the urgency last week and how fast he was
Mhm.
running. So race winning speed out of that 9 car, and it's coming at the right time too. So yeah, that 9 car is going to be scary good. Hopefully he
Do
doesn't
the Jaws
overstep it.
music.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't overstep it for you, Pat. Because
Well, like I
I would
said,
hate to see it try and come down to
Mhm.
Daytona for you.
God, please, just one win, just one,
Mhm.
just one, just see one, just one, just one, please,
Patrick,
one. I don't care about Daytona, just one win, please.
hey Patrick, it's okay because your driver probably has like 20 years left of driving in him. Mine has like
A big fat
12.
zero.
No, mine has 12 races left,
12,
dude.
12 weeks. Yeah.
12 weeks, and we have nothing, zero, and it might not even make it into the playoffs. So
No.
I don't want to hear it, buddy. I've suffered
Yeah,
worse
yeah,
than
yeah,
you
yeah.
as a NASCAR fan.
Yeah, again, I think the most realistic thing is that Chase wins. I mean, yeah, I picked Brad, but with what he showed at Indy Road Course and how good he is at the Glen, should have 3 wins there. Got his first win there already. Like it almost seems like the stars are aligning and it's all coming at the right time for Chase to really pull this off and shut everybody up. But I
Yeah,
still think he's going to get out in the round of 16. So
yeah. I don't think he's gonna have a very long playoff run, just the way that he's been running all year.
no.
But for my pick to win on Sunday, it was one guy that got screwed this last week, and it wasn't screwed by another driver. It was screwed by his own team. That 99 of Daniel Suarez. This guy, I'd say right now, he is one of the fastest guys on the road courses every time that we come out here. Should have had a winning car last week, but like I said, that hose got stuck underneath his tire after that jack drop. Just unfortunate situation, but I think Daniel Suarez is going to overcome that. His pit crew is going to learn and not get that hose stuck underneath there, and hopefully give that 99 a race winning car and push himself into the NASCAR playoffs. And hopefully we'll see him smash another pinata because that was one of my favorite
Yeah,
celebrations.
please.
Do you think they carry just a pinata in the truck with them everywhere they go?
I mean, they got to. I mean, they do the same thing with Chastain with the watermelon.
Yeah,
So
but
they got a pinata
I
stuck
feel like
somewhere.
it's a watermelon's more useful to have in the truck just to have a snack later than an empty pinata.
I
But I
mean, you
guess
can have a snack out of a pinata. Just punch
they
a hole through it,
they
and then you got some Snickers, man.
they lug that American flag around for Brad everywhere. Anytime somebody hits a milestone win, they're carrying a flag around.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it could be a little tradition for him.
I hope they just
Um,
drive
yeah,
to every track with a pinata.
I hope we see more pinatas in general, and that guy just keeps winning.
Yeah, me
He's
too.
so
Just
likable.
oh yeah, very
Mhm.
likable guy. He's always really happy and yeah, just how can you hate Daniel Suarez?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but again, I think Bubba's in trouble. Is the other big story
Yeah, Bubba.
because the way we saw how everything spread out at Indy and you couldn't really make up any ground once it went green if you didn't have pace. Uh, so if he doesn't qualify well and then this thing goes green flag to flag and he doesn't collect any points and somebody below the cut line like Chase or Daniel wins, Bubba's in trouble. And he's got to show off that super speedway prowess then in Daytona, where again, last year, basically the playoffs were decided by a rainstorm. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's scary for Bubba. And I think he's in the worst spot. But again, if you get somebody below the cut line winning, then there's potential for Harvick or Keselowski to get knocked out of the playoffs when they've had stellar points collecting years. So anything goes. Anything goes at Watkins Glen. And I think we're going to see the aggression of some of these guys who are a little bit desperate for something to ratchet up. But again, the best
Oh
case
yeah,
scenario for Bubba is for one of those 15 drivers above him to win this race.
yeah. It's gonna be real desperate for all these guys for the next couple of weeks. I mean, couldn't have picked two better tracks for the end of the regular season with
Yeah.
Watkins Glen and Daytona.
Yeah.
I mean, we just see tempers flare at both of these tracks, and it's going to get real dicey. So I'm excited, guys. This regular season has been phenomenal. I feel like it's been one of the best out of any year that we've seen for NASCAR, and it's just going to get better.
What do you think the over-under for cautions or incidents will be, seeing how Indy went?
I think this is going to be dramatically different than what we saw at Indy. I think just with everything that's on the line, especially with Michael McDowell winning last week, and so many guys are going to be desperate to try and get in now. I feel like we're going to see guys make a lot of stupid moves, and we're going to see a lot of bent fenders and hurt feelings.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say that the 34 team can't go back to back either? Like he wasn't one of our race picks, but again, his car was so strong. He's so strong at the Indy road course. Who's to say that he can't just come back out?
Yeah.
And do it again. It's
just
crazy.
When you started talking all that shit about Ford, how they can't do anything this year.
They weren't doing anything.
They go back to back, buddy.
Also, yeah. I gave you so much shit for that Chase Briscoe pick, and he finished what, 7th or something?
He got 6.
He was there. He was around. One caution shows up, and he's right there to spin out the leader when he's under penalty again.
See, nothing's wrong with those one-off SHR picks, just like what Nick did.
Yeah, the dude likes the state of Indiana and whatnot.
Oh yeah, he's a Hoosier.
We also got another fun like hometown population drop in the middle of that race for no reason, but
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Rick Allen's pretty weird with doing that.
Chris Buescher, population of 30,000, and
it's the same amount of people in the stands. I'm like, I feel like Rick Allen just likes to hear himself talk. You know,
I like Rick Allen.
I see. I love his voice. I just feel like there's so many times where I'm like, why did you say that? Like that was just such a stupid. Like him and Vince Welch, like they got great voices, but I feel like they just say the wrong thing sometimes.
Yeah,
and I'm glad Vince Welch is not on the broadcasts anymore.
Yeah. I think we need to get Lee Diffie into more NASCAR races.
Oh, please. Just get him for all the road course races.
So exciting.
Oh, yeah. Lee Diffie. But, guys, got anything else to add before we get to the second to last regular season race? It's going to be wild.
Tune in.
Let's go racing, boys.
Tune in. If you got plans, for both the Xfinity and the Cup race this weekend, make sure those plans are to watch those races because they're exciting. They're fun to watch.
Yep.
Headlines all around. The high drama of the final bits of the season is just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna be wild these next couple weeks. But guys, we want to thank you for joining us, and we also want to thank our good buddy Patrick Cotto for joining the show. Make sure you guys check out Cotto's Mojo on YouTube. Patrick, you are awesome, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Of course, yeah. Thanks so much for having me. It's been a long time, but happy to be back.
Absolutely, buddy. So if you
guys, we got to give a shout out quickly to
yes, good catch.
Manetic on Twitter for winning our giveaway for the Alex Bowman diecast. So if you're watching this and you haven't reached out to us yet, reach out to us so we can get you out your diecast and send it your way. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching with us.
That's right. Yeah, and if you guys haven't yet, make sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment down below what you thought of the video and who you think is going to win this weekend for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series races. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And if you can also check us out on Twitter and Instagram. So for the Stock Car Spectacle, I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Tom Odlin.
And we'll see you guys next time.